guys, Cher here, and I'm back with another First Impressions movie video. After experimenting with my Cats and Frozen 2 videos, I came to the conclusion that I liked my Cats format much better because I have more creative freedom with what to discuss and how to bring those ideas to the forefront. Anyways, I know I should have sent this out when the trailer was first put on YouTube, which was like 2 weeks ago. But again, I was struggling on what to do with my thought process during that time. But now I do. So, let's talk about Onward. From what I got from the trailer, we are witnessing what a modern fantasy world looks like according to Pixar after just watching what we typically see from a fantasy realm and other sources of media. And that modern fantasy world basically looks like our world with mythical creatures in it. Already, I was more than likely not impressed. Apparently, it's a world where magic isn't used anymore, and when the narrator basically said that the magic was considered old, it lost me. Magic is key for a fantasy world. Magic helps a fantasy world break free from the mundane nature of the real world. It gave birth to more creativity to put whatever the storyteller wanted to form. This type of setting kind of brings the story a little too close to reality without magic being fully accessible to the creatures that basically don't exist. Fantasy is supposed to take us away from the routine to somewhere new and exciting. This first part of the trailer bored me with how uncreative this setting is. Can't fantasy be more, futuristic at all? Maybe that has something to do with the message or the plot when Onward actually comes out, but so far... Then we meet our two main characters, Ian, voiced by Tom Holland, and Barley, voiced by Chris Pratt. They are brothers with strikingly different, yet kinda cliche, personalities, and they don't seem to connect that well as far as the trailer shows.
By the laws of yore, I must dub thee a man today. Kneel before me.
That's okay.
Who else is getting Frozen vibes from this?
You wanna build a snowman? Hooray, Anna.
First off, when I first heard Ian speak, I almost forgot it was Tom Holland. I could have sworn this was a different actor because it sounds like it could have been voiced by almost any male voice actor in existence of film and animation. Also, Ian just reminded me of an awkward, more shy elf version of Spider-Man. That's ironic since Holland is the new Spider-Man of this era. Ian is supposed to be 16 years old. Tom is 23.
Act like back to life? That's not possible.
This is fine. Chris says Barley, on the other hand. What the hell, Pixar? Barley's supposed to be probably between 17 and 18 years old. Chris is 40.
Oh, that's great. Dad, you look just like I remember.
Star-Lord has no good reason to be playing a teenager. His voice is so off-putting. I kinda had the same reaction to this as I did with Idina Menzel voicing Elsa. Too old to play a young character. Furthermore, I'm kinda sick of this character design overall. You know, the stoner rock punk look with the I don't give a crap attitude on life because they're always satisfied with the little that they have just because. Give me something else, Pixar. We already have enough Jugheads to gaga over. As far as Holland and Pratt's dynamic is concerned, they've been in movies together before. They're under the same Disney contract. So I think the two work just fine based on those terms. Also, Tom Holland is an innocent cinnamon roll, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Oh, what did I do? Hi.
On Ian's birthday, he and Barley are given an ancient staff that's a gift from their father, who died when the two boys were super young. With this, they also find a spell that could bring back any person for one day. So the boys decide to bring back their father. Duh.
I'm gonna meet Dad?
Of course, the spell goes horribly wrong in the process, and they can only recover half of this man's body. For those of you who are anime fans, this plot sounds very, 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 very familiar. If someone from Pixar confesses that they stole the plot of Fullmetal Alchemist just to make this movie, that's when I'd be shocked. So of course, it becomes a quest to figure out how to fill out the rest of Ian and Barley's dad's body so they can see him again. But they only have 24 hours in order to do it. If you want me to be frank, I think this plot is interesting enough. I mean, soul-searching for missing or dead parent plots have existed since the dawn of man. But I like the magical aspect of trying to bring someone back to life without losing limbs. Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the best series I've ever read, not judging it at all. At the same time, Disney has already pulled off a good road trip type of movie. I would also bring up Brother Bear, but everyone has a very specific opinion about that movie, so I'll just leave it alone. Phil Collins for life. Still, we barely know anything about Onward yet, considering this is the first anything we've seen from it since the first teaser poster. Granted, it did leave me with questions about what it's going to do with the story. Now, this movie is also genred as a comedy. I'll be frank yet again, this trailer barely made me laugh at all. The second half of it definitely tried its best to do so, but it was definitely more focused on the world-building aspect, which did better than the first half of the trailer did, but not by much.
Oh no.
The oh no from Barley does make this a lot more tolerable to watch. Now, to be fair, I did laugh at 2 scenes.
Ah, he's just legs!
It's just too obvious that it made me chuckle. But this was the part that made me laugh even more.
It worked! The can is huge! And the van is huge! And you're... Oh no.
The sibling banter combined with the realization from the dumb one almost made me crack a rib. Still, those were the only 2 things that made me smile, while the other scenes more so focused on the world and plot, which barely have substance either. Regardless of what I said, Onward still does have me intrigued enough that I do want to spend money on it. It comes out in March of the next year, so that's a lot of time for me to form more opinions. And Christmas will most likely bring more footage for this movie. If anything, it's more likely than not going to be the most hyped film after Frozen 2. So that's pretty much my first thoughts for Onward. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button and be free to share your own thoughts about the film in the comments. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Ciao! One more time for fun measures.
Ah, he's just legs!